It's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, I just watched it, so while Mike is sorting that out,
Okay.
I can say things that I notice that I really like about it, which is, number one, super appealing mouth shapes, really nice smooth motion, and like just the character and the way the mouth moves has a lot of appeal. I really like the asymmetry of having that slight smile tugging at the edge of her mouth. It's really lovely. I also really like the way that the I think it's vibratos. You know when your voice kind of wobbles deliberately. I like the way that that is illustrated through having that slight vibrate on the mouth. That's a really nice effect. Vibrato, cool. Because often that doesn't actually show on the outside of the mouth. Like when people sing like that, you don't see their lip quivering. But it also feels like something in the sound that you want to illustrate and bring to the fore and exaggerate with your animation. And without like zooming into the mouth and doing the tonsils wiggling, there's not much you can do about it. But this is a really nice solution to have that slight waver on the mouth shape. I think it works really well. There's some nice perspective going on too in the way that when she shakes her head, you know, the perspective on the way that the features are shifted around is quite nice and convincing. I think it's lovely. And the choice of framing as well is really good for lip sync because they've cut out all the extra and focused just on the thing which is important to the lip sync, which is the mouth. And no need to apologize for it being more than 5 seconds. The Animorning rules are more like guidelines. Like if you want to spend more than 3 hours on it, and if you want to make it more than 5 seconds, you can. That's just something that we say as a base, so that people don't feel pressured to have to spend a whole bunch of time on it. Any look there, Mike?
Yes, I think so. Let me just...
Yeah, Steiny, I saw yours was almost a minute. I mean, I'm incredibly impressed, though, that you managed to do almost a minute. That's amazing. Yeah, what do you think she's saying? Oh, Cheshire says, I hear it. Sound!
I think I did. What, you just heard it on the stream just now?
Yes.
I'm not hearing it yet.
But the stream is hearing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Cool. Okay. I figured that out then. Why am I not hearing that then? Hang on, let me just restart my own audio engine.
There you are, guys. You got to see it with all the sound.
Very sorry about this.
Yeah, I would assume, Pat, that is puppeted, but I'm not 100% sure. You're right, if it's not puppeted, it's very clean. And if it is puppeted, it's really nice and subtle. I like it a lot. You did a great job, Sarah.
It looks like it's going through here. Why am I not able to hear it?
Do you want to pause it? Just so we're not talking over singing?
Yeah.
It looks great! It does. I agree. You still can't hear it, Mike?
I still can't hear it now. Actually, I might have messed up there. Let me just see. There we go.
Can you hear it now? And can the stream hear it too?
I think so.
So who made it, Scratchy Comics? At HSarahBun on Twitter. Awesome.
Oh, that's really cool.
There you are. You got to see it, Mike.
I got this.
Yay!
Yay!
We're in business.
Is it loud enough or is it kind of quiet on the stream?
Yeah, Cheshire, it's Steven Universe.
Do, 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 do. Here we go. We can hear it. I love. It's good. Okay.
Awesome. So let's go on to the next one then.
Let me. I think I can turn it up a little bit so people can hear these a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay. Next one.
Yeah. Let me I'ma retweet that. Let me get that the retweet. So we have Cheshire's and we have Francis also posted on the hashtag. So I think just pick either of those ones.
Are you retweeting from your own account or from Doig Swift?
I'm retweeting from my own right now, but we can retweet from Doig Swift afterwards.
Okay, I'll retweet from my own and then Doig Swift afterwards.
But for now, let's just go through them.
All right. Yeah. So the next one is on the hashtag. You said Francis's?
Yeah, Francis or Cheshire, either.
Okay. Okay. Copy link to this tweet.
So this is Cheshire, who's animated Jevil, who's a character from Deltarune. And apparently, I didn't know this, there's a Deltarune / Undertale musical?
Oh,
Cheshire,
wow.
you're going to have to link that to me. Because I am a big Undertale fan, and I have... Do you want to play it, or should I continue
you continue,
talking?
You continue, and you let me know when it's going.
Okay. Because I'm a big Undertale / Deltarune fan, and I've never heard this before. So, I didn't even know there was a musical. So please link it to me, because I would love to listen to some of the songs. But yes, so please, go ahead, Mike.
In this game, everyone will lose. In this game, everyone will lose. In
That's
this
awesome.
game, everyone will lose. In this game, everyone will lose.
You want to pause it?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Really nice work. I love seeing this character animated. Like, excuse me for geeking out a little bit. I love Deltarune and Undertale. They're some of my favourite games.
I'll keep it playing, but I'll have it muted. So
Yeah.
We can, yeah.
Nice poses too. Like, I'm looking forward to, I'd love it if you would in between this more. So you can really start to get, the secondary action, the follow through and the drag and such on the cloak and the hat. To really bring it to life more as those things are delayed and get swept up in the motion. The one thing I'd say at the minute is that towards the end, there's a lot of twinning going on with the poses and the hand positions. Just offsetting those or making it a bit less symmetrical on those last few poses, I think will go a long way.
Yeah, so twinning is when both limbs or both kind of sides of the body are doing the same action at the same rate at the same time.
Yes, exactly. As imperfect creatures, even when humans try to twin, we're often offset. Our limbs don't tend to land at the same time or set off at the same time when they move. So adding just a few delays or a little bit of asymmetry can really help something feel more organic. There are times you'll want to go for complete symmetry in twinning if there's a certain effect you're going for.
Yeah.
But in general.
If you want something to feel very, not robotic, but alien or something, you want to create a certain feeling of uneasiness. Like something's too perfect sort of thing.
Yeah, the lip sync is good though. I didn't even question the lip sync. It felt like it went to the lyrics well. So great job with that. Yeah, Jevil, best boy.
Okie dokie.
Lovely work. Thanks so much, Cheshire. That's awesome. Heck yeah.
Or retweet that good animation.
Do it.
Okay. Then back to TweetDeck. Next up, Francis. Let's get that.
Start a challenge for Undertale OCs. Oh, don't you tempt me. Scratchy Comics. You know I'll do it. Good morning, Grog.
Here you can see everyone's Twitter handles and stuff if you want to go see what they do. Okay, you ready for me to play the next one?
Who else? So this is Francis. Francis, thank you for submitting. And it was a good call to use that background again.
Yeah.
Wait for being
yeah.
resourceful. Like, why not? If you have a background, then use it.
Yeah, it's nice to see a character in a kind of context there.
In a place.
You ready?
Oh, Grog, no, you can post them on Discord. That's fine. We're just going through the Twitter ones first.
You ready?
Yes, go for it.
Look at me, Mrs. Lovey, look at you. No, we all deserve to die. Look at me, Mrs. Lovey, look at you. No, we all deserve to die.
I recognize this.
Yeah. It's that Demon Barber.
Sweeney Todd.
Look at me, Mrs. Lovey, look at you.
There's no place like London.
Look at me, Mrs. Lovey, look at you. No, we
Okay.
I love the energy in this. Fun posing on the look at you as well. I think that last note, the die, I think his mouth closes prematurely because that die is like held. It's like a die. But it kind of feels like he closes his mouth a little bit soon for the note. This is another one I'd love to see some like little bits of drag and such on the hair as well, which would of course come in the next pass because this is keys at the minute.
Yeah. I like the choice to cut in to like increase that intensity and that little ease like that. Oof.
Oh, I agree. I was going to say that.
Sorry.
You took it.
I took it.
But you're right.
You got to think of something else now.
Oh, no. You're right. Yeah, the cut-in's super good. It really ups the drama. I like that it cuts in on the beat. That's cool. It's a good use of the music for your framing. Bless you, Buffy. She just sneezed. Yeah, I'd love to push for like more squash and stretch on things like the mouth and the eyes as well. You know? Because right now everything is very static within the face, apart from the mouth and the jaw moving. And I'd love to see more eases or more squash and stretch with the eye positions and such. I think that would add a level of nuance and take it to the next level.
Yeah, you want the eyebrows to be affecting the shapes of the eyes, like pulling at the skin and things like that. You want to be able to see the expression ripple out through the different facial features. Rather than treating each one separately, they're all like interwoven and connected, and you can feel that they like the emotion push and pull and stretch the face.
Like silly putty. Yeah, Patrick is giving some real good feedback too. Patrick says proportions stay consistent, which is nice. I can see construction being used.
Yeah, on that torso. Yeah.
See you later, Cheshire. Thanks so much for the Animorning challenge submission.
Yeah, it's a really good idea to find and identify where the center point of your character is. So I'm trying to find. I'm sure I saw it there. Like Francis is immediately trying to decide like where is their center point. I think actually it would be based on the rest of the drawing. It would be slightly over to the right, but figuring it out and knowing where the characters are taking is a really, really good way to visually see the volume and communicate that while you're animating.
Yeah, I agree. Can you scrub through it a little bit more, just for me's?
Hey, let me know.
I'll look at it on your screen so there's no delay. Scrubbing?
Scrubbing.
Go back to the beginning and scrub a little bit.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I think one of the things I'm feeling is that the head doesn't rotate much, or, you know, it doesn't rotate in terms of the x-axis or the y-axis much on its own, apart from the body at that beginning bit.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of feels like the head is attached to the body and rotating with that, rather than also having its own rotation.
Yeah.
So I might be tempted to, you know, give it a bit of depth by having his head like, you know, be facing slightly more towards the camera and slightly further away from the camera to really sell that 3D-ness. And to also have it, you know, you can push your neck in or push it out to give different expressions as well. At the minute, it feels very much like it's just stuck on top of the body and moving with that.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion, Scratchy. So they're like, how about you guys redraw our art? Doing some drawovers of these might be cool.
We could. I mean, I don't like redrawing art too much just because everyone's got their own style and their own things they're going for.
No, I just mean like doing a quick drawover to show like how you would rotate the head for that particular motion, things like that.
We could
Would be a
do
good
that.
thing.
Maybe in the future what we should do is load them into Sketchfab. Not
Yeah,
Sketchfab,
Sync
Sketch instead, and then
Mhm.
show it through Sync Sketch.
Yeah,
Because then we can draw over it as we're showing.
I think that's a really good call.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Scratchy Comics. That's a good idea.
Okay, we'll do that in future challenges.
Thanks for the submission, Francis. This is awesome. Nice work, dude. And now we're going to have to hop over to the Discord for the rest of them.
Cool. Okie dokie 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 dokie.
So let's have a look-see. What do we have here? It's on the Discord. Someone posted an animation to us.
We're going to look at it. We're going to give our best advice. We're going to sing our advice as well, apparently.
This is a musical review of musicals.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Okay, I'm just going to screw... I wonder if we should start from the bottom, because then we're most likely to get the most recent.
Okay.
And then go up.
Yeah, sounds good. That sounds real good. So next up,
Steiny.
Steiny. Okay, let me see.
Steiny, you madman! With your 40-second long animation.
Whoa, okay.
You're ready for this.
Okay, open with
Hello,
VLC.
Emlet.
Okay, hopefully by opening it with VLC, it should play.
Hello, love. Maybe you should do something like this for illustrations. That would be really cool. Emlet is an incredibly skilled artist and illustrator, so... Also, as it turns out, Emlet can do really cool effects animation.
Yeah, Emlet's got it going on. All right, okay. So let me full screen this. Let me know if you can all hear the audio, and we'll watch through it a couple times. Or we'll watch through it 2 times since it's 50 seconds long.
Wow!
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
Oh.
Got chills, dude.
Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
Cool.
Right. Wow, dude. Wow. That is impressive stuff. There's a lot to say about this. Starting from very simple things. I love your choice of song. This is a song that I sing regularly about the flat. Mike will probably know it.
Yes.
I think that the movements you've chosen and the pacing of the action and the movements in your work fit extremely well with the song.
Mm-hmm.
They feel very nuanced, very authentic. Like there's not a lot of twinning going on. The posing is nice and novel. Like I just think it goes really well to the music you chose, and I really like the aspects you've added, like the the line drawing of the door rotating into an actual door.
That was really nice. Yeah. There's a couple of key poses that I really, really enjoyed. And I like this moment where you took, like, he's not singing and you gave him something to do. The gloves, really, really nice.
Good
And
choice.
I think it's this one where when he's walking, I just really like that sort of like stretch and compact here. It's this sort of like, it's just, he's like looking out to the horizon, dreaming. It's just a really nice way to show like where his headspace is at. And then my next favorite is this one. It's just like coming up into that flourish. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that crouching down pose when he's about to draw is such nice anticipation. Such really nice anticipation. I think that it speaks to your sensibilities as a creator that you're comfortable to hold on something for this long and you don't feel like you have to fill it with a bunch of like really manic movement. Because that is a hard thing to do. Because that's something that I struggle with myself, is I can attest to the fact that if you have a camera on a character for a long time, it can be scary and difficult to not cram it full of movements because you feel like you have to have your character like on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But this feels very nicely paced out.
Yeah.
It's calming and nice to watch. I enjoy watching it. All the critique I can give you would be just to do with the drawing and the consistency in like the faces and the bodies. And that's something that will come with time, you know? That's something that you can easily practice and gain more mastery over as you go, which is just a draftsmanship side of it. But the acting side of it and the planning side of it, I think is working really well. And I can't believe you did effing 50 seconds, dude. What the heck? Let's see. Someone asked how long it took. Yeah, how long did it take you, Steiny? Because this is awesome. I would love to see you finish this. Though I know that it's a massive undertaking, so no pressure. You know, it would take a lot of work to in between all of this and then clean all of this up. Yeah, 15, 20 hours. It's really good. You've done a lot of work for that. Animation is a time-consuming business. But I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think you did an amazing job and you should be super proud of yourself.
I love the arc. Like, he's drawing a straight line, but you have that nice sine wave going on there. It's really good. It's really good.
One of the things that helps me is if I'm cleaning up and in-betweening on something which, you know, I want to keep consistent, I'll just paste in a head I'm happy with that I drew in the scene next to the stuff that I'm working on so I can check proportions against it and stuff. And just check it kind of feels comparable to it.
Yeah.
So you could do that. You could find a frame of him that you really like and then use that as kind of a model sheet through your animation to just check yourself against. But yeah, awesome. Like, fantastic. Well done, Steiny.
Very, very good, dude. All right.
Scratchy comments, we probably won't review stuff which isn't Animorning Challenge related on the Animorning Challenge, but do feel free to send it through to us and we'll look at it after the stream.
Yeah.
And ping you back some responses.
Okay. Showing folders. The next up is Renee Rivers.
Renee!
Open with VLC.
Let me get this up for myself too so I can...
Okay. You all ready?
Yeah, I just watched it.
Okay. Okay. Audio cuts in a little bit later.
I think I go back to San Juan.
I know a boat you can get on. Bye-bye.
I think I go back to San Juan.
I know a boat you can get on. Bye-bye.
I
I love it. That's West Side Story, isn't it?
I'm
I
not
want
sure.
to be in America.
Oh, okay. I see it. I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the way that you use the cats instead of like backing dancers to be like, bye-bye, get gone. This is great. It's really funny. It made me laugh, which is like hard to do, surprisingly, in animation, but you did it. I like the simple character models. The lip sync is good. The lip sync's on point.
Yeah, this guy is very cool.
Yeah, that guy from the side. I love seeing him from the side because of the way that you can squash and stretch his mouths on the ooze.
Mm-hmm.
Super nice. Nice and simple. Good staging, especially for comedy, keeping it flat.
Yeah, the composition choice is really good for just letting like the comedy sing in there.
Yeah. If you had the time, I'd love to see him do the ha-ha at the end. Because that's a great little punchline to it. Yeah, I mean, the thing you could do to improve this would be to smooth it out, but everything is reading at the minute, and it's super fun and zany. The designs are really appealing and nice and simple, good to work with for this kind of thing.
She is not. You notice that she is not paying attention to him in this first scene. She's like, uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I don't know if she has like a cup there or if it's meant to be a phone or something. If it's a phone, I think you could have her actually like texting or something. Like she's really not paying attention.
Yeah. I think it's probably a phone if she's like looking at it as much as this. I noticed in the roughs maybe she was like looking straight ahead. I like the choice that you're like, nope, we're gonna have her ignore him. Just as nice,
Yeah.
kind of like he's directly looking at her.
I think you could, if you wanted to hook it up super well, because go to the next scene. She does look up at the beginning of that scene, so it hooks up fine.
Yeah. Starts down.
Mm-hmm. I always like using blinks to show thought processes changing. So you could have her blink during that first scene toward the end to show that she's like registered what she's saying and now she's going to respond to it.
I think it's a good call, yeah.
Rather than blinking on the way up, which is what humans do anyway, to blink to show the thought process of, okay, I processed what you said and you can get gone, sir.
Because she's currently not blinking at all in the entire shot.
She's very interested in what she's looking at. See you, Sketchy Comics. Thanks for coming and hanging out.
Good luck with your comic. Bye-bye.
And also, apparently it's snowing in Sweden.
Whoa.
That sounds fun. That sounds nice. I like snow. Renee, this is really fun. I like it a lot. Thank you, dude. Good work, sir.
Next up is Kurzek, I think.
Kurzek.
I like that this challenge had sound with it, so that everything is coming through as a video file. It's easier for me to like load up. Okay. Unmute. You ready?
Yeah.
When you know she would go with you, if there only were doors.
There only were doors.
I know about you.
Hey.
Hey,
Renee.
hey now.
Renee.
Hey now, Renee's animation. Saucy animation. Kurzek, that's so good. I love it. The acting is super nice. I really like your poses and your expressions here. They're really working well together.
Okay, let's watch through it one more time and let it play.
When you know she would go with you, if there only were doors. When you
What's this
know
from?
She would go with you,
If there only were doors.
I love that choice to be like over on the horizon. I just need some doors to get out of here.
Yeah, you see these lovely head tilts and rotations we have going on in Kurzek's. That's the kind of thing that I'd encourage people to carry through into their work. For more of the more static ones, like it really adds so much life to it. There's a lot of expression and emotion here that I really like. That comes across really convincingly in the posing. And the lip sync's great. The only thing that I think you could improve this with, you know, apart from adding all the trimmings onto the character that you want to and placing them in a location, is when he sings doors. There's like such an emphasis on that duh. Like he even dips and swerves a bit with his voice, which makes me want to put like a real extreme drawing there, where his like mouth is super wide, or he has like an arc on his head that dips down and rises back up, kind of like the music.
It's got a bit of that. You think it could be more exaggerated?
Well, it opens and then the open is sustained, but there's not an extreme there.
Gotcha.
And for those who don't know, an extreme is when you really kind of overshoot the key.
Okay.
And do a more exaggerated version of it. So at the minute he opens his mouth and the mouth stays open at that level through the rest of the animation. But I would want to maybe whip it up, dragging his bottom jaw.
Okay.
Or something. Like,
Okay,
I want
gotcha.
a punch emphasis on that door.
Really goof that D.
Door. Yeah. It's great.
I like that you went from like he's up and then he's down and then that snap up again. I love that. Just like that, like, oh wait. Oh, it's so cool.
If there only were doors.
This is really cool as well, seeing like the mouth shapes. You're like, this is the sound I'm meant to be doing. So it's really cool.
It's a good
Timing it out.
technique.
Yeah.
One which I should use myself. Yeah, I'm learning too. Is to phonetically spell out what you're saying. You know, so rather than put, you know, I don't know, as an example, if you were going to have someone say disestablishmentarianism, you wouldn't put a letter on each of the frames, but you would put the sounds that they say, and the mouth shapes you'd associate with that. And if you plan that first before you even do anything, so you just have those written down on the side of your canvas, then you can animate straight through knowing exactly which mouth shapes to put in without having to keep scrubbing.
Kurzik says, I heard him inhale that if, so I made him perk up.
Nice.
That's really cool, taking cues from the like the singing methodology there. Like,
yeah. Just really enjoying the posing, like the way that the arm goes back in space.
this one clip makes me want to see Into the Woods more now. Or see it. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't heard it either. It seems cool though.
Thank you for sharing this with us, Kurzik.
Yeah, great work, Kurzak. Goof that D. Don't go there 2020. Yes. Do it. Do it.
Okay, next up. Are you ready for next, or you got more to say?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
You're ready.
I'm gonna check.
Okay, I need to close this one so I can open this one.
One of my favourite musicals. This one's from.
Don't be fooled if I should giggle like a sappy, happy dope. It's just the gas. Don't be fooled if I should giggle like a sappy, happy dope. It's just the gas.
It's the Pet Shop of Horrors, isn't
Yes, it is. It's a dentist singing. Oh my gosh, I love that musical. And I love this animation. So this is one of the times when I'm going to say, like, don't in between it. Like, you did this very deliberately and it works so well. To have that, like, really kind of smooth in-betweened mouth. And then this, like, popping from shape to shape with this boil on the line to keep it alive.
It's really good.
It's super simplified, but it works so well. Like, it really gets across the comedy, the simple staging, the simple character. Like, there's a weird, trippy quality to it with that smooth mouth and the popping movement that I really love the juxtaposition of, to see them both together in the same animation.
So this is Jam.
Yes, this is Jam.
They're big old Jam.
Big old Jam.
BIGOLJAM on Twitter. If you wanna find them. And Ulilio on Twitch.
I would kind of love for the end where he laughs to be more squash and stretched. Like, I'd love him to really go crazy there with like the squashing and the stretching and the just to
So
really
manic.
contrast with the lack of movement in the rest of it. This works so well though. I would never have thought of doing this.
Yeah, that first pop, that first like ding, you're like, okay.
Fooled. I love their face. I'm fooled. Yeah, I love this kind of animation. It's so different to what I usually see, and it works so well for comedy. I think this is why animatics often feel funnier than final animations, is because once you pad them out with a bunch of movement, you kind of lose the zing and the snap. But this works super well to maintain that, because it's very deliberate and very obviously deliberate. It doesn't feel like it's missing in-betweens. You're welcome. It's amazing. Yeah. I think there's something about having a smooth squash and stretch at the end that would really help that laugh, because it's so zany. But I wouldn't change anything else about it.
I love that you've got one prop in the corner, just like, yeah, this is what he's talking about.
That's all we need. Just so we can gesture to it and be like, it's just the gas. Oh, I love it. It's so funny. It brings me great joy.
How would you feel, India, if we and also everyone who's submitted, if we like put these into a little like together clip to show everyone's thing at once and post it somewhere?
Well, I suppose it depends. Like, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable sharing everyone's animation.
Okay.
Because I kind of want the individual artist to receive the clout for doing it. So
That's
I'd encourage
fair.
you guys all to post it on Twitter.
Yeah.
And much as I would love to do a compilation of it because I want to celebrate everyone's work, I don't want to do a compilation if it means we have to post it on our own Twitter, because I don't want people feeling like we are the ones who've done it.
Okay.
You know?
Next up is Grog.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen Little Shop of Horrors, there's a plant with a gun, so please watch it.
There is a plant with a gun. Dance.
Feed me.
Open recent. Open with. There we go. Next up is Grog. Grog. He has recently come to the dark side on Twitch as well. He did a Jackbox stream yesterday, I think. So let's see his animation. Grog, you in the chat? You is in the chat.
Who's in the chat, Grog?
Grog Renigan.
How you doing?
Renigan?
Grenagon.
Grog.
Grog Renegan.
Here we go.
Grog Renegade.
And you turn back to me smiling. And you turn back to me smiling.
That's so cool. What's this from, Grog? It's great. And okay, yeah, so I should say things that I think about the animation. I love it.
This is where India reveals that she hasn't seen Hamilton ever.
I've
not
never seen
once.
Hamilton ever, not once. Never ever have I ever seen Hamilton. Yeah, I love the posing here. Like, again, you're someone who's not afraid to move your character around in space, and it shows, and I love that. I think the posing is really fun, and it feels very varied, even though you're just holding on one character all the way through. She does that big long note, and you go through all these different poses, but to me it doesn't feel like too much. I don't know if it's just because I'm someone who really likes to cram a bunch of poses into stuff, but it doesn't feel like too much to me, and it feels like it really goes with what she's saying in a good way to the music, which I really think is working well.
Yeah, the way the voice is like, hi, oh. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. This is another case where the only thing I could really tell you to like improve about it is kind of the consistency and draftsmanship of the character, which is something that practice will bring you. You know, the consistency of the face and the proportions of the head versus the body and such.
Yeah, if I can pick out one, not be too picky. There's a point I just saw there where like the size of the head shape changes, but the face doesn't. I don't know if that's for a readability thing, but just between here and here.
That's
Big
a good bit to pick
small
for that.
face.
Big
Yeah.
face, small face. total face. Cardboard box. You don't need to have seen it, but listen to the mastery. You haven't seen Hamilton, but the soundtrack rules. I really want to see it. A lot of people who do stuff I really like are fans of Hamilton. Bridie says, I was gonna be angry if someone didn't do Hamilton. Nice.
This first pose is really, really good. The anticipation in that expression is really cool. You know that they're gonna start belting out song here.
Yeah, that is a great anticipation pose, especially contrasted with the next pose, which is like arms spread wide, head thrown back. Everything's reversed, you know? Goes from being hunched in and squashed to being pushed outwards. I love it.
Dude.
You rushed it through it into 3 hours at first. Did you manage to do this in 3 hours? Because this is really impressive for 3 hours. Like, these drawings are very finished. You've got a really nice line going around the outside of everything. I like that style of having a thicker outer line and thinner inner lines.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
It makes it look super polished. But I love this. I really like the clip you chose, and I really like the acting you chose to go along with the clip. The character expressions are really fun. You did the sketch in 3 hours, but lined in about 2 or 3 more. Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to say, that would be very fast for you to do all this in 3 hours, because the drawings are so, you know, polished and final. Awesome work, Grog. This is really cool. I'd love to see you finish this. So squeaky clean.
Next up is Alice, I believe.
Alice!
Show and folder.
Oh my gosh, I've seen this one.
You've seen this one?
This one makes me laugh.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen this one, Mike?
No.
All right.
I purposely didn't watch any of them.
Smart.
So I could see them free. Okay. Just immediately. Ready?
Ready.
Let me go.
There we go. It takes a little bit for the audio to kick in.
Hey, 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 you gotta let me go with you. You don't know what it's like to be considered a freak. Well, maybe you do. Hey, 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 you gotta let me go with you.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Let me go with you. You don't know what it's like to be considered a freak. Well, maybe you do. Hey, 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 you gotta let me go with you. You don't know what it's like to be considered a freak. Well, maybe you do.
What is this from? Well, maybe you do. Okay, so like, this is obviously extremely competent professional work here. Like, great staging, great way of telling the story through your composition and your staging here. The down angle on him here with the grid. Grids are great. Everyone should use grids. Then
Grids
the
for-
extreme low angle looking up at the other monster.
Yeah, grids for floor planes help with a sense of space so much.
Yep. Like those clouds really exaggerating how tall this monster is and how much he's looking down on this little dude. The design of this little dude, which is really simple and animatable, but also you can get a lot of expression out of, hey, Fall Wizard, thank you for the follow.
Thanks for the follow.
I love the expressions here. The lip sync reads really well. The acting is really fun. Like, I mean, the only note I could give on this, I think, the only note I can see is that freak is such a freak. It's such a sharp word, and it has such a beat to it. And I think the softness of the mouth expressions and posing there don't quite exaggerate it the way they could. But like, everything else reads so well that I'd kind of be even worried to change anything in case I overthrow the balance of this.
I really like the choice of having the mouth sort of like closed to the corners. There's always this sort of zippy movement of depending on the facing of the character.
Yeah, it doesn't close
To the
centrally.
center. Yeah, I really like that choice.
Is it from Shrek the Musical? That's cool. That's another musical I haven't seen that maybe I should see. You don't know what it's like to be considered a freak. Well, maybe you do.
Look at this expression.
Slides in. Stylish entrance for a character. I like it. This animation is also a great example of keeping it limited, but still super expressive, and putting in only the in-betweens you need.
There,
Because
it's popping.
it doesn't feel like it needs in-betweens. Like, this feels like it's a fully formed thing. You can take this to final line.
I think the strength of having limited animation like this, in terms of like going between like these key poses, is that each pose feels unique, like it's telling you something. Like there are turns and the rotations as well, and there's a squash and the stretch between them. That you feel like the motion, even if you're holding for a little bit, because you still have the lip sync keeping the character in motion.
Yeah, it makes great use of holds and limited in-betweens to really flesh out the animation to the point where it doesn't feel like it needs anything else, but you get all the essential information you need. It's great. I love it. I think it's fantastic. You did an awesome job. This is really fun.
And in terms of character design, having those antlers, which are a big win for me.
Yes. You may be biased.
A little bit, but you can see the rotation of the head, even though the capsule shape of the head is very similar. Those antlers and the way that the features are like rounding down and curving, like as he tilts his head forward, these antlers come up.
And you get to see more of that hair as well, which has like 3 little blobs, but you only see 2 when he's like looking at you front on.
Yeah, just really cool character design.
Yeah.
Use there.
I also like maybe the story point of the broken antler. Like maybe that's why he considers himself a freak, because he like gestures to them.
But it's so minor.
He's talking to this giant big monster. He's just like, yeah, buddy, tell me about it.
This dude's just a mountain. It's brilliant.
Yeah, this is wonderful. Really, really fun. Made me laugh. First time I saw it, still makes me laugh. That expression when it cuts back on his mouth is amazing.
It's almost a mirroring as well. You see the mouth shape is fairly similar to this guy. Like there's a thought here where it's like he's empathizing with him. He's realizing what he's saying, and he is like connecting with him on an emotional level. And you can
Yeah, Grog says the way the mouth droops on do has so much character.
Oh yeah. Yeah, where it comes,
maybe you do.
It's just like falling off his face.
Like a limp balloon. Yeah, the antlers are a great touch. He slides on Donkey's deep inhale. Nice. Alice, this is awesome.
I want to watch this again.
Okay, one more time now.
With sound.
Hey, 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 you gotta let me go with you. You don't know what it's like to be considered a freak. Well, maybe you do.
Good moment.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Super duper cool.
Thank you so much for participating in the Animorning challenge.
Yeah, thank you. And now we have the bird brain.
Okay. Download. Show in folder.
And I think this might be the final one, guys.
Whoop, what does that sound mean?
Coffee Doodles cheered. X100 bits for all the awesome weekly challengers.
Oh,
Aw.
coffee.
Just super welcome.
We'll distribute those. It's for everyone.
For everybody. Yeah, this is the final one. I just scrolled up and had a check.
Okay. Pan 10B. Here we go. No, not in Windows. Not in. No, get. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Elaine, this is Trashbot's voice now. We gave him a voice chip. We gave him a voice book so he could speak to everyone. So that's trash spot.
One normal night to be polite, to do the least you can. One normal night to be polite, to do the least you can. One normal night to be polite, to do the least you can. One normal night to be polite, to do the least you can.
What a great
One
clip to
normal
choose.
night to be polite, to do the least you can. One normal night
pause?
to be polite, to do the least you can. One
Is this from Beetlejuice the musical? I love this clip. Like, I'd love to know what this is from because it sounds great. So yeah, this is awesome. The Bird Brain. This is really cool. I love the acting, especially on the First Lady, which is probably just because she's more fleshed out. But that swing forward is really pleasing. Like, that arc on the head with the little follow through from the hair is really, really nice. And the way she rotates her finger around to show one. I also think your mouth shapes are really nice and appealing. Like, you have a style about the way that you draw things. I think, when this gets polished up and inked in, it's going to be really pleasing and smooth and nice to watch. North Rust, thank you.
Also, take note of something that this is completely aside from the animation, but having your social tag in the clip that you're submitting, big plus, because then it's easier for people to find you.
That's true. We should maybe make sure people do that from now on, just because we want to make sure if people watch this back, they can easily find people who participate in the challenge and follow them.
Because we want to support you guys as much as we can. So help us to help you. Oh, I did it.
Oh, this is the Addams Family musical. Awesome.
Ah.
Thank you very much. Grog, you know the musicals. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I think the staging on this is really nice. So you guys see that we see the back of the character's head first. So we get the context of who the First Lady is talking to in the first clip. And then when we cut, the second character is in the same position as she was when seeing her from the back, which helps us to attach that to her as a person. So we can easily read the action and who's saying what.
And as a just a kind of boarding advice, having the character be drawn in a different line color helps you immediately be like, oh, that's them. Because you'd have those cues if it was fully like colored and inked. But you can shorthand that with just, okay, this character's blue, this character's black.
They did that a lot in the Legend of Korra. In the boards I saw there, they would draw each character in a different color because a lot of the time they would just shorthand the mannequins for them.
Yeah.
Or they would be shot from very far away, so it helped people to just make sure they were separate, especially during complex choreography and fight scenes where people are like dipping and weaving between one another.
Yeah, give yourself as much of an advantage as you can with the least amount of effort as you can. Well, not effort, but least amount of fuss, I think.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So these expressions are super nice. Like, I think as a planning stage, this is working really well. The thing which I would give feedback on would just be the fact that things feel very poppy at the minute. And like, the same image has been pasted and manipulated, but I think this will be smoothed out. Like, I think that's not a problem because at the planning stage here, I think that the Bird Brain is just blocking in the shapes and the gestures. And on the next pass, she would be smoothing these out. So yeah, the only thing I would want from this is to see like the in-between smoothed.
Mm-hmm.
And, the cushionings added and everything. But in terms of the posing, it's reading really well. The expressions are reading really well. The composition is really nice. I think the lip sync's working well too. Like, it's just about finding those nice arcs, I think. And making sure that your spacing is working along them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick says in fight scenes that's very important to do. Helps organize the chaos. And take it from Patrick, because Patrick has boarded a lot of really complex fight scenes. Like,
yes, he has.
All of the fight scenes in Night Runner Magnum Bullets were boarded by Pat. And all of the fight scenes that I animated, I had a lot of help from Pat in getting the choreography right and getting the posing right. So Pat really knows what he's on about. I can't wait to see what he's been working on in like the next year or so when finally we're allowed to see what it is.
Yeah. Well, it's been announced, so you could say what he's co-directing.
Yeah, I can say that he's co-directing the next He-Man series, which is
Yeah.
called Masters of the Universe, right?
I think so.
Which Kevin Smith is like a big part of.
Yeah.
So Patrick is like co-directing that and heading up with, with his team.
Masters of the Universe Revelations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
Masters of the Universe Revelations. So yeah, Pat knows what he's talking about. Any advice from Pat is good advice. But this is wonderful. It's a bird brain. It's awesome. Oh man, I have loved looking over these so much this morning. You guys all really knocked it out of the park. Like, big awkward TWRP claps.
You really enjoyed them clapping on the stream at the weekend.
Yeah, Mike and I watched the TWRP show at the weekend, which is TWRP's show that they're doing where they play music and games together, and they have a thing where they just applaud one another every now and then, and it's really awkward and I love it. But yeah, you guys, you nailed it. This has been so fun to look at and to look over. Everyone's is so different. It's super wonderful. You guys all really came together and made some awesome stuff.
It's a real testament to what animation is capable of when you have all these different creative ambitions, like all allowing themselves, like they're allowed to express themselves the way they want to through animation. Like there's no one right approach. There's no like, you're all going to get filtered into one way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
There's underlying skills there. There's solid drawing and everything that can be applied to all of these different ways of expressing yourself. And it's really cool just to see what everybody's capable of.
Yeah, I agree. And now for this week's challenge. I'm announced what this week's Animorning challenge is.
I forgot.
If you guys want to participate in the morning challenge, then you can either post into our Discord if you're a member, or you can just post onto Twitter with the hashtag Animorning challenge anytime before next Monday, and we'll show them on stream and go over them and all just celebrate one another's work. So this week, since we did something fairly lengthy and focused on character acting and subtle motions last week, I think we should do something more explosive. So this week we're returning to another round of effects animation.
Okay.
And we're going to be animating an explosion. It can be whatever type of explosion you want, but we're going to be looking at how to animate a good, convincing explosion.
Okay.
So, as usual, the guidelines are try not to spend more than 3 hours on it. It can just be keys or it can be roughed in if you want. But give it a go. And it seems like a waste, since we have Patrick here in chat right now, not to ask Patrick if he has any advice for people animating an explosion for the first time. Because Patrick is somewhat known in Knights of a Light Table for making amazing looking explosions.
I remember 2 words that Patrick attributes to explosion, and I'm hoping that
I do too, but I don't want to spoil it.
No.
So.
No. How does one explode? Asks Coffee Doodles.
But when does explode? Everything is named. We do have a Discord. It's not a general chat Discord, though. It's very much just focused around animation. So we try to keep it small. So if people want to join, like, we're happy to consider people, but we generally ask them to send over a bit of work so we can, like, get to know them and see what they're about and what they want to do and everything.
Patrick's like, do you guys mean butt clouds?
We do. We were talking about the butt clouds, Patrick. Butt clouds TM, trademarked to Patrick Stannard.
I think it's
Patrick Stannard and Spencer Wan, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. The butt cloud technique. Now, we're not telling you guys to just fart your work out, but...
Can you use KFC chicken?
You can use KFC chicken if that is your chosen technique. If your explosion technique is KFC chicken, then that is okay with me. You want in? Awesome. Well, yes, just ping us on Twitter, or you can email us at doigswift@gmail.com. Send us over some stuff. Let us know what kind of animation you want to do, what you're excited about.
Let us know how we can help you best.
Yeah. But explosions should be super fun. And I might try and hop in on this too because I've never done one. And I want to learn how to do one. I want to learn.
Patrick says, we came up with that while working all night together. Explosion clouds are just butts that tumble over each other. Slow, squishy butts just rolling around and expanding.
You heard it here first, guys. So when you're animating your explosions, just think about slow, squishy butts rolling around and expanding.
I got clouds for you.
So I recommend for this, look at a lot of anime. Look at a lot of like 90s cartoons. Look at a lot of actual explosions because real world footage is great reference because that's what we are recreating. And yeah, break it down. Find your own way to do it. Have fun with it. If anyone's in the Discord here, I will post like some references of explosions I think are cool just to get you all started. But yeah, for next week, spend about 3 hours and just have fun and animate an explosion of some kind. And next week we will have an explosive review of everyone's work and check out what people have been doing.
And I will get India to both post in the Animorning Challenge Discord and on Twitter this time.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That the challenge is happening.
Yeah, we're still figuring this out, guys. I'll post it on Twitter as well so that people know they can participate.
I'm sorry for calling you out.
That's okay. And yeah, like, we're gonna have to run because I was meant to start work half an hour ago. So I have to go and get on with my duties.
Yes. Awesome.
It's very hard not to go overlong when looking over people's stuff because it makes us want to geek out. I think we've been reviewing them for an hour.
Yeah.
Which is impressive. What's more impressive is you guys making the stuff that makes us want to review it for an hour. Great job, everyone. And we hope we see you all in the next animation challenge.
Yeah, fantastic work, everyone.
Yeah. We will be back Wednesday for sure. We might be streaming tomorrow morning. Mike and I still have to discuss it. If we do, we'll post up on Twitter that we're doing it.
Yeah.
So let's find someone to raid.
Okay.
Let's send this crew onwards.